any announcement, without any countdown, time is tightening its grip, not to punish you, to reveal you. 2026 is not coming to motivate anyone. It is coming to expose. Expose what you built in silence. Expose what you avoided when no one was watching. Expose the truth behind effort, excuses, and discipline. Most people believe exposure happens on stages, under lights, in public moments. They're wrong. Real exposure happens privately when reality shows you the results of your habits. And the future is ruthless in that way. It does not negotiate. It does not sympathize. It does not adjust expectations based on intentions. It only reveals outcomes. By the time 22/6 arrives, there will be two kinds of people: those who prepared while it was uncomfortable, and those who explain why they didn't. And explanations never change outcomes. Right now, the world is training people to escape pressure, avoid responsibility, and chase comfort. But comfort is temporary. Pressure is permanent. Pressure shows up as bills, as competition, as expectations, as consequences. And the people who survive pressure are never the most talented. They are the most prepared. Prepared mentally, prepared emotionally, prepared in discipline. Napoleon Hill understood this when he studied success under stress. He saw that the men who rose during chaos were not calmer by nature. They were clearer in purpose. Purpose is an anchor. Without it, pressure drags you. With it, pressure sharpens you. Most people have goals. Very few have standards. Goals are wishes. Standards are requirements. And 2026 will expose that difference. It will expose who was serious and who was merely interested. Interest fades when it gets hard. Commitment doesn't. Right now, you are rehearsing a future version of yourself. Every morning you wake up late, rehearsal. Every time you avoid learning, rehearsal. Every time you choose distraction over focus, rehearsal. You don't practice outcomes. You practice behaviors. And behaviors compound into identity. That is the trap of time. It moves slowly enough for people to lie to themselves, but fast enough to deliver consequences before they feel ready. Most people wait for clarity before acting. Clarity comes after action. Most people wait for confidence before committing. Confidence is built through commitment. By the time exposure arrives, it is too late to negotiate. That is why preparation must happen now, in obscurity, in repetition, in discipline, without applause. The world applauds results, not effort. But effort builds results in silence. Edison didn't rise because he was brilliant. He rose because he was persistent when failure humiliated him. Lincoln didn't lead because he was lucky. He led because hardship had already hardened him. Ford didn't dominate because the path was easy. He dominated because he trained himself to endure rejection. They were not immune to exposure. They were ready for it. The future will not expose your dreams. It will expose your habits. It will expose your patience. It will expose your ability to stay focused when motivation disappears. This is where most people break. Not when life is unfair, but when effort is required without reward. That is the cost of mastery. Right now, the temptation is to delay seriousness, to assume there is more time, to believe preparation can wait. That belief is expensive, because time does not slow down to match your comfort. Every year you delay discipline, you increase the price of catching up. And by 2026, that price will be visible. Some will walk into that year with leverage skills, confidence, momentum. Others will walk in with regret, questions, excuses, pressure. The difference will not be luck. It will be what you chose to do when no one forced you. This is not about fear. It is about respect. Respect for time. Respect for potential. Respect for the future that is watching you right now. Because 2026 is not coming to judge you. It is coming to reveal who you already are. And preparation is the only way to control what gets exposed. Because once exposure begins, there is no hiding behind narratives. Reality strips away stories and leaves only structure. What you built, what you practiced, what you tolerated, that is what remains. Most people spend years perfecting explanations instead of systems. They explain why they're tired, why they're busy, why now isn't the right time. But systems don't care about excuses. Systems create outcomes automatically. And the people who thrive under pressure are not emotionally stronger. They are structurally stronger. They have routines that don't collapse when life gets chaotic. They have standards that don't lower when emotions fluctuate. They have discipline that operates even when motivation disappears. This is the mindset shift that separates preparation from panic. Panic is what happens when reality arrives, and you are not internally equipped to meet it. Preparation is what allows you to remain calm while others scramble. Napoleon Hill called this self-control the mastery of impulse, not suppression. Direction, impulse chases relief, and freedom is never free. It is paid for in advance with effort that feels unrewarded at the time. Right now, the work feels invisible. The studying, the repetition, the boring consistency. That invisibility is protection because it allows you to grow without distraction. Most people want transformation with recognition, but recognition interrupts development. The strongest foundations are built underground. This is why belief matters. Belief is not confidence. It is loyalty to a direction. Loyalty even when progress is slow, even when results are quiet, even when doubt speaks louder than logic. Doubt questions. Indecision stalls. And stalling in a fast-moving world is the most dangerous choice you can make. By 2026, the pace of life will not slow down. Competition will intensify. Expectations will rise. Average effort will become invisible. Only those who upgraded themselves early will feel prepared. This is why identity must evolve. You cannot enter the future with an outdated version of yourself. The habits that once worked will eventually fail. The mindset that once felt safe will become limiting. Growth demands adaptation. Adaptation demands humility. And humility is the willingness to learn again. The moment you believe you already know enough, you stop growing. And when growth stops, exposure begins. The future does not punish ignorance, it reveals it. Those who commit to learning stay flexible. Those who cling to comfort stay fragile. Fragility is exposed under pressure. Pressure does not break people, it reveals where they were already weak. This is why resilience must be trained, not assumed. Resilience is built through discomfort chosen voluntarily. Hard workouts, difficult conversations, uncomfortable honesty with yourself. Every time you choose discomfort now, you reduce suffering later. Every time you avoid it, you postpone pain with interest. Interest compounds. And by 2026, it will be due. The people who feel overwhelmed in the future are not unlucky. They are unprepared. They avoided pressure when it was optional and now face it when it is unavoidable. Preparation flips that equation. You face pressure early, so life feels lighter later. This is where clarity sharpens. Clarity is knowing what matters and eliminating what doesn't. Focus is subtraction. Most people add goals without removing distractions. They wonder why progress feels heavy. You cannot move forward while carrying everything with you. Preparation requires pruning, cutting habits that don't serve your future, reducing commitments that drain energy, saying no without explanation. Because time respects boundaries, the more you protect it, the more it rewards you. By 2026, those boundaries will show. Some will have control over their schedules. Others will be controlled by them. Some will choose how they live. Others will react to demands. The difference is not privilege. It is preparation. And preparation is a daily decision. A decision to take yourself seriously before life forces you to. A decision to build quietly before exposure becomes public. It will simply reveal whether you are. And when that final moment arrives, there'll be no dramatic announcement, no voice from the sky, no warning bell, just a quiet realization. You will look at your life and understand instantly whether you prepared or postponed. That moment is called exposure, not exposure to the world, exposure to yourself. You will feel it in how you handle pressure, in how you respond to setbacks, in how you carry responsibility. Some will feel grounded, clear, capable. Others will feel rushed, behind, uncertain. Not because life treated them differently, but because they treated preparation differently. By 2026, effort alone will not be enough. Hard work without direction will feel exhausting. Busyness without mastery will feel hollow. The world will reward those who built leverage, early skills, discipline, mental strength, and it will exhaust those who waited for perfect timing. Timing is never perfect. Preparation is. This is the final truth most people avoid. You don't rise to the level of your hopes. You fall to the level of your habits. And habits never lie. They show who you are when emotion fades. They show what you value when no one is watching. They show how serious you were when it mattered. Napoleon Hill understood that success is not an event. It is an accumulation of decisions made daily, an accumulation of discipline applied consistently, an accumulation of belief acted on repeatedly. The future does not crown potential, it crowns preparation, and preparation is lonely. There will be days you wonder if it's worth it. days when progress feels invisible, days when quitting feels reasonable. Those are not signs you are failing. Those are signs you are early. Every person who stands strong in the future was once unseen in the present. They trained while others distracted themselves. They learned while others complained. They disciplined themselves while others negotiated. And when exposure arrived, they didn't panic. They performed. That is the difference. Performance under pressure is the reward for preparation under boredom. You are not late, but you are on the clock. Every day you delay commitment, you hand more control to circumstances. Every day you choose discipline, you reclaim authority over your future. The version of you standing in 2026 is not waiting for motivation. They are operating from identity. They move with certainty. They think with clarity. They act with confidence, not because life is easy, but because they are ready. Ready is not a feeling. It is a condition you build. And that condition is built now in how you use your time, in how you respond to discomfort, and how you honor your word to yourself. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become consistent, consistent in effort, consistent in learning, consistent in discipline. That consistency will do what motivation never could. It will carry you forward when emotion collapses. And one day sooner than you expect, you will realize you no longer fear exposure. You welcome it because exposure now works in your favor. It reveals strength. It reveals preparation. It reveals growth. That is when life opens. Not because you were lucky, but because you were ready. Not loudly, not dramatically, relentlessly. Because 2026 is coming, and it will expose everyone. Make sure it reveals the version of you that you would be proud to meet.